The following program is a public access production. Comcast is required to provide time on this channel and make it available pursuant to franchise agreements with the communities we serve. Comcast is not affiliated with the following program or the producers of public access programming and is not responsible for the content. The following program does not reflect the opinions of Comcast or its affiliates.
Hello and welcome to the Tinley Park Chamber of Commerce cable TV show, which, as you know, airs on your Comcast Community Channel 19 every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. My name is Joe Ficaro. I am happy to be your host, but also a member of the Chamber's Board of Directors, a past president, and work with the Chicago Southland Convention and Visitors Bureau, a membership account executive. And also, I work with Wolski Media, the coupon book. I, as well as any of our guests, can be contacted through the Chamber of Commerce office at 708-532-5700 or the Chamber's website, www.tinleychamber.org. Having said that, we would like to welcome our first guest, a Chamber member, Marueen Cipolla from Standard Bank and Trust. Maureen is a mortgage loan officer with the bank. Welcome to our show, Maureen.
Well, thank you, Joe, for having me.
You're quite welcome. I have known you for many years, but you know how small the world is. You meet people in different places and under different circumstances, so it's nice to see you again.
Thank you.
Maureen, we generally like to let our viewers learn just a little bit about the people that are members, but people make up our membership. So if you would, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then even more about what Standard Bank has to offer.
Okay, great. Well, thank you. Well, I've been a resident of Tinley Park since 1997, and I've watched this community grow, and it truly is a great community to live and be involved in, of course, with the Chamber of Commerce. My role at Standard Bank and Trust is a loan officer or mortgage banker, and I help consumers from the application process all the way through close on residential financing. So whether I'm working with a first-time home buyer or someone that's taking advantage of those low interest rates on a home affordable refinance, it's really about those connections and relationships that I enjoy most at Standard Bank.
Oh, certainly. And I know with the economy as it is, even though we're told that it's gradually picking up, there's still people that are challenged out there and they need all the assistance that they can. Maureen, what inspired you to go into this particular field?
Okay. Well, I certainly have to say it's working with the community and giving back to the community. And there's nothing more rewarding than helping a home buyer achieve their dream. And that's certainly what we're in business to do, working with our community members.
Sure. So that was your inspiration.
Yes, sir.
Right. That was very, I guess you would say, altruistic. Well, you know, I think many people have heard of Standard Bank and for a long time, but how long has Standard Bank actually been around?
Well, we're a community bank and we've been around since 1947. We have over 40 locations throughout the Chicago and Northwest Indiana area. So we're really excited about serving all members of the neighborhoods and communities. 40
locations? Well, I'm glad to say Standard Bank has been around longer than I have, so that's a good thing. So, you know, when we think of a bank, you know, people, there's deposits, withdrawals, money market, so on and so forth. And you're going to tell us maybe other things that are offered. But who would you say are the ideal customers or clients, or both, for Standard Bank?
Well, really everyone, from the millennials all the way up to the retirees. In the mortgage side of the house, we offer conventional FHA, VA loans, home equity loans. We even do reverse mortgages too. And one of the things that really differentiates us, Joe, is we work with the Illinois Housing Development Authority, IDA. And IDA, we are partnered with IDA in their grant programs. So they have money out there that community members really don't know about, whether you're a first-time home buyer, and in some cases, you're eligible for funds even if you're not a first-time home buyer. Did you know that if you haven't had home ownership or interest in a property in the last 3 years, you're considered a first-time home buyer again?
I didn't know that.
No. So with that being said, I have a little story I'd like to share with you. We have a family that came to us, applied for a mortgage. We were happy to pre-approve them. And in the process, we found in the application that they might be eligible for some of these grant funds. They were a family of 4 renting a 1-bedroom apartment. And we were able to help them get $12,000 in money that they didn't know about towards the down payment, which was instant equity, first of all. They were able to stay in the same school district, purchase a 3-bedroom condominium, and in fact, their mortgage payment was $200 lower than their rent payment.
That's remarkable.
It is, and in fact, we're proud and pleased to announce that Standard Bank, this year alone up to August, has assisted customers with over $750,000 of those grant funds.
Isn't that great? Thank you, Standard Bank and Trust. All right. Well, I mean, that's just an example of some of the benefits.
Exactly.
Are there other programs though that are available for different segments of our society?
Absolutely. We have a whole host of different programs, whether we have a military banking program, we have My Green Checking, and we really try and tailor to the community's needs. So it really doesn't matter what you're looking for. It's important that you come in and we help you find the best solution. Because again, with IDA, for instance, we're one of the few banks that are partnered with the Illinois Housing Development Authority.
I'm glad you mentioned the military banking because, as you know, my son is I think they call it an inactive Marine. It's no longer former Marine, inactive Marine. And he had mentioned that as well. Can you describe that at all? I mean, who is that actually available to?
Well, a lot of the programs, you don't necessarily need to be active, to your point, but we do have anything from a reservist going to our VA loans, whether some of the grant programs. We have a Welcome Homes Hero program right now. There's $10,000 of grant money for our veterans out there, and you need not to be a first-time home buyer with that Welcome Home Hero program.
Oh, that's great.
So it's really wonderful.
I mean, they've served our country, and it's nice that Standard Bank is serving them in that fashion.
Absolutely.
So, Maureen, what are the business plans or your business plans for the future?
Okay. Well, my plans are going to continue to be working with the community and getting the word out about these programs. I conduct several homebuyer workshops throughout multiple times of the year, and I encourage any and all to come and investigate those because we have them all over our 40 locations. And in doing so, we really tailor it, whether it's a first-time home buyer, we're educating them on the process, or we're educating them on some of those grant funds, or just simply talking about the essentials of credit, which is so important. So we provide these workshops, again, multiple times a year. They're about an hour long. They're free, of course, and we welcome all community members to join us for those.
That's great. Maureen, we have about a minute and a half left in this segment.
Okay.
So is there something you would like to say to our viewers as a parting message?
Absolutely. Well, viewers should know that we at Standard Bank, again, have over 40 locations here to serve you. We welcome you to come in to any of our facilities to meet our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Not only do we have multiple mortgage programs, but we have anything from checking, savings, wealth management, cash management, lines of credit, small business loans, just to name a few. So we're really excited about working with the community and giving back. And we welcome you to come in and meet with any of our staff members.
Well, thank you, Maureen. As I stated earlier, to contact Marueen Cipolla for mortgage information, loan information, or for any other services, you can reach Maureen through the Chamber of Commerce office at 708-532-5700 or our website for any of our other members, www.tinleychamber.org. Maureen, thank you for being with us. I think it was very informative. I know people are going to, well, they're not always comfortable and not sure where to go. And there are so many people out there that are offering different things, but thank you for being with us. Now,
It was my pleasure.
The holiday season is a wonderful time in Tinley Park, so mark your calendar for December 6th, 7th, and 8th. All the festivities kick off at 5:30 at Zabraki Plaza at the Oak Park train station with the official tree lighting at 6 p.m. The Christmas market opens right after the lighting. This year's holiday market will have lots of vendors, entertainment, and tasty food. The market will be open from 6 to 9 p.m. on Friday, noon to 6 on Saturday, and noon to 5 on Sunday. This is the perfect spot to find that just right gift for the holidays. On Saturday, Santa and Mrs. Claus will arrive at noon and be available for pictures until 6. A 5x7 picture of your group with Santa is available free of charge, and parents are encouraged to bring their own camera for additional pictures. You can go on a horse-drawn carriage ride through Old Town Tinley, shop the market, or watch videos at the Landmark Museum. Sunday, all of the same activities are continued from noon to 5 when Santa needs to leave for the Parade of Lights. Additional information is available at the village website, tinleypark.org.
well, our next guest from the Tinley Park Park District is Jennifer Williams, who is the fitness manager for Tinley Fitness. Jennifer, welcome to our show.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we're looking forward to becoming more fit just in this segment.
Exactly, I think it's going to happen.
Well, Jennifer, as I've said to other guests, we like the viewers to know a little bit about the person that they're viewing. So if you would, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get into the Park District.
Okay, wonderful. I actually, my first job was actually being a lifeguard for actually a park district at the age of 16, first job. And with that, my love for recreation grew, went to school for it, and just became the fitness manager with Tinley Park in May of this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's new. So
It's brand new, brand new.
Congratulations.
Thank
I'm
you,
sure it's
thank you.
working out well because it's a fine organization. So that was your motivation for going into this field? Okay. Well, now that we've covered that, let's get into the actual Tinley Park, the operation of the Tinley Park, and that aspect that you're going to talk with us about.
Okay.
So take it away.
Okay, wonderful. So with Tinley Fitness, it was been in existence for about 18 years, and now we are making a state-of-the-art facility. We're attaching to our current recreation center, the Bentonhausen, which is 8125 171st Street. We're adding a 30,000 square foot addition there, and it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be a 4-lane pool. It's going to have a fitness studio. We're going to have cardio and strength equipment, personal training room. The pool is going to be ADA, which is going to have a ramp built in, so there's no ladders. Party room, and it's going to have probably 30 plus fitness classes for our members, so it's included in the membership. So it's a really great addition that we're going to have. It's also going to have a basement for recreation programming, so it's going to have batting cages, an activity room for maybe some floor hockey, and it's also going to have a teen center that's going to have pool tables and some kind of video and homework hotline stuff down there. So it's going to be a really great addition. And we're hopefully within the next month, we're going to have our opening.
Wow, that's pretty comprehensive.
Absolutely.
You said something about a fitness studio. What does that consist of?
Basically, that's what all of our 30 plus classes are going to take place in there with all of our instructors. They're going to have any type of cardio classes, strength classes. We're also going to include aqua aerobics classes, but of course those are going to be in the pool, get a little wet.
Okay. Aqua aerobics, very good.
Aqua aerobics, yes.
Are there any other programs that maybe are going to be newly implemented that you can tell us about?
Yes, we're going to try to build on our personal training program. So we're going to have some training classes like classes, and we'll have some maybe weight loss classes that
Did you say boot classes?
Boot camp classes.
Oh, boot camp.
Yeah, boot camp.
Oh, yes, they should be through boot camp.
Yes, definitely.
Right. Okay.
Kick them into shape.
All right.
So we're going to offer those classes at some membership rates for them to go do those. And we'll have some probably swim programs as well coming in the new year. We'll have some classes for infants 6 months all the way up to your 13 years of age swim programs so that they can learn how to swim and be safe around the water.
Now, is the infant program, is that something that's new, or have they been doing that?
We actually have it currently right now. What we're going to bring in is a preschool type program for that bridging between being an infant and that preschool, like 3 and 4 year olds. That's going to be a brand new program before they go to the group swim, which starts at age 6.
That's great. I mean, I have grandkids. It's just a joy watching them learn how to become comfortable, not afraid of the water, and how they progress, you know, finally putting their head in the water and stuff like that. So that's got to be exciting to be involved with that. So you say, well, the park district itself has been around for how long now?
Since 1967 it was established.
1967. That's old.
That's
well established.
Yes.
Yes. And you said, what, 16 years?
The Bettenhausen Center has been in existence for 13.
No, that's the Tony Bettenhausen Center. That's what, it's on the southwest corner of 171st and 80th Avenue.
Yes.
For those of you who need those directions. Yeah, and I think anybody who's been driving past there can see the progress that's being made with the new construction. I know everybody's pretty excited about that. How many employees actually work with the park district?
We have about 400 employees, about 30 full-time, probably 190 seasonal, and the rest make up the part-time. Directly with Tinley Fitness, we have 50-plus employees, part-time employees with us.
Part-time. And when you say seasonal, that would be, well, like summer with the pool and all that as well? Okay.
Your concession, your lifeguards,
Sure.
maybe some extra labor for park services.
Well, one of the questions that I typically ask our members is, who are your ideal clients or customers? Well, I guess that would be a pretty broad answer on your part.
Well, we like to tone into probably the community of Tinley Park. Those are the individuals that we want to serve mostly, although we will have prices for our non-residents in our village as well. But we really listen to what our residents needed in a fitness center, and we kind of put that together with this new one that's going to be opening.
Okay. All right. Now, with the opening, I know there's got to be some promotions and what have you, and you're gearing up for those. And just from the smile on your face, I can tell it's something that you like to talk about. So why don't you tell us about what we can expect?
Yes, definitely. With right now, as of October 1st, we had some promotional of the grand opening rates. The rates are very reasonable, competitive with the private clubs that we have around this area, which we have a lot, so we have to basically go head to head with them, and they're extremely cost efficient for our residents here in Tinley Park. So that's exciting for the promotion, and they're grand opening rates, so people should come and join.
Grand opening rates. I have to write that down here. And are you at liberty to, I think we can actually give the rates as a not-for-profit. So are you at liberty to give that information? Or?
Definitely. For our individual, everything's based off of our individual resident rate, and it's going to be $30 a month.
Okay, and that's for residents?
That's for residents.
And it's open for non-residents?
It is open for non-residents.
Okay.
And the prices get a little bit pricier for them.
Okay.
But
well, that's understandable because they don't actually live in the community and pay the taxes into that, so on and so forth. So, all right. Well, what are some of the other programs that people who may have? You have like you said, a party room. We have a couple of minutes left in the segment, so I mean that's something that should be utilized a lot. What are the things that the party rooms are used for?
Basically, we do a lot of pool parties, private pool parties right now currently at our Tinley Fitness location, and we wanted to bring that over. So when we created and the design plans, we wanted a party room specific for the pool, because who doesn't want a pool party? So it's attached to the pool, and it has a complete sound system built in with it so that the parents can have cake and serve that to their children as the children are, when they want to take a break in the pool. So it's a 2-hour party basically that they're going to do. It's going to be fun. We're not going to actually be able to book any parties until after the new year. And that's just because we want to get settled as we open and get everything in place. Because literally we're closing one day at Tinley and opening the next day at our brand new location. We're taking all of our wonderful customers with us and our employees. We're getting all brand new equipment.
So Jennifer, when is the grand opening for the expanded Bettenhausen Fitness Center?
That's going to be on November 16th, where it's going to be sometime in the afternoon, and we're going to have some activities planned on it.
And as always, you can reach Jennifer or any of our other members through the Chamber of Commerce office. Well, our next guest, Chamber member, is Beth Fahey from Creative Cakes here in Tinley Park, who is the co-owner with her sister Becky. Well, it's nice having you here.
Oh, thanks, Joe. It's good
We've
to
known
be
each
here.
other, I think, since you opened up. And even though it may be ahead of the line of questioning, how long has Creative Cakes been here in Tinley Park?
Oh, well, I didn't cue you for this question, but actually this is our 25th year. We're going into our 25th year.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And now, that's not to say that I have owned the bakery for 25 years, because I'm much younger than that.
Yes, we know that.
But my sister Becky has actually been with Creative Cakes for 21 years now. She started with the company when she was 19, and the former owners, Debbie and Demetrius Polmanakos, sold the bakery to us in 2002. So we've been the owners since then.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad that they did that.
Yeah.
You were
Us too.
both of you were a nice addition to the community.
Oh, thank you.
And well, people compliment the operation.
Oh, that's so
very
nice
much
to hear.
So, tell me, Beth, what inspired you to go into this type of a business?
It's probably the craziest, most circuitous route ever into the bakery world. I actually used to work in the film business. I used to be a camera assistant on film and video, so to our crew over here, you know, I kind of know where they're at and have been on the other side of the camera before. And that was an interesting career that I did for a while, and then I had kids, so that kind of put the kibosh on my film career, because, you know, the film business is crazy, the hours are nuts, and so I was looking for something else to do, and my sister said that this opportunity had come up, and my kids were getting into school and all that, so it just timed out perfectly. So
Very good.
Yeah.
It was circuitous.
Yeah, that's
That's right.
one of those words that you have to spell in your head before you say it, right?
All right. Well, it's nice to know how people get into certain things. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And we'll have to talk a little bit more about that some other time. But the purpose for you being here now is to just inform our viewers about Creative Cakes. Tell us, so if you would, just tell us a little bit about the operation, and then as much as you can about your product.
Right. Well, we're a specialty bakery. We don't do everything. We're not a full-line bakery, so we don't have donuts or breads. It's
Okay.
mostly dessert, not a lot of breakfast items. Although that might be changing. We are actually thinking about offering a different line of products. It hasn't been determined yet, but by the first of the year, we'll have some new news for everyone on that front. We do punchkis around Fat Tuesday. That's like really the only donut that we do. But mostly we're known for custom cakes. We do cakes mainly for people's special occasions, the big milestones in life, 50th anniversaries, first birthdays, things like weddings. I mean, we do tons of weddings. I think probably about 400 a year. And we have we've enjoyed a really nice reputation for our wedding cakes. And the custom cakes, with the whole cake craze that's been on TV and everything, it's just kind of timed out really nicely for us. So, for example, this is a cake that we're doing for the holidays. It's a little present cake. It's a little bit nicer than things that you might find at the grocery store. But for those special occasions where all the family's getting together, this is something that's really nice. It's affordable. It's tasty, too. So.
No, we'll taste it later.
Yeah.
But no, can somebody request a particular type of a cake? You know, there's different. Well, there's chocolate, vanilla.
Oh yeah, I mean,
whatever.
so that's what we're all about.
Yeah.
It's custom on the outside as well as on the inside.
Okay.
So, for example, this wedding cake could be red velvet with vanilla bean mousse on the bottom tier, carrot cake with pineapple mousse in the middle tier, and then maybe banana cake with hazelnut mousse on the top. So you can be as customized as that. You can even mix flavors within the tier itself if you want to. And then on cupcakes, we do lots and lots of custom cupcakes. These are some that we're just doing for the holidays. So there's a turkey there for Thanksgiving.
And then, you know, we've obviously got the holiday assortment. This one is eggnog here. But it's the fly is really interested in these
Well,
cupcakes.
you know, it's warm, and we talked about that earlier, and it's a celebrity fly.
It is.
So,
Yeah, well, you know,
yes.
they like sugar.
It's
so-
not often that they get food here on the set. So
Right.
we're going to have to work something. I think the chamber's going to have to fit the bill for some food.
Yeah.
But no, this is very colorful, and
Thanks.
And can people request certain designs and for different? Well, let's say for cupcakes.
Of course, yeah. Wedding cupcakes are something that we do a lot of these days. So girls bring in the colors from their wedding, you know, pansies, you know, sugar pansies or something like that on every cupcake. So everything is very customized.
That's just amazing how you can customize it with the colors and then naturally to taste. How many employees do you actually have there?
We have, at this time, we have 21 employees. And most of them have been with us for quite some time. Some of our decorators they started with us when they were 19 and, you know, have been with us for several years at this point in time. And so it's been nice to see them grow and see their skills. Actually, we have one at this air date. I don't know what the results are going to be, but she's competing in the national competition in Las Vegas this year, and she's representing the Chicago area. So our team is highly skilled, and they're very. Well, it will be after this. It'll be prior to this airing, but it's going to be October 5th through the 9th.
So she had it in October. It was
right. It was
okay.
in October.
All right.
So
okay.
yeah.
Well, that's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
You know, maybe at some point we can report the results.
Yes.
You know, just keep us informed.
Definitely check the website. We are really big on Facebook. We have lots of fans on Facebook, and we'll be posting the results of that competition.
All right.
But we always post things about our products and new things that we're doing.
Now, you know, one of my typical questions, and I almost feel redundant, is who are your ideal customers? And gosh, it's like everybody.
Well, anybody with a birthday. So
Yeah.
that would be pretty much anyone.
Or
Yeah.
some significant date of any kind, I
Yes.
imagine.
You know, we have customers from all walks of life, and that's really neat because we get to see all kinds of people, and learning the stories about why they need a cake is probably one of the most interesting things, because it's always a special occasion. There's always something emotional about the occasion, and usually there's a lot of love and celebration, and
yeah.
so it's always kind of a happy thing.
Yeah, you have to be happy eating cake, right?
Yeah, right. I mean,
Or cupcakes.
right.
Well, we have about a minute and a half left in this segment. So is there something, can you cater to people who maybe have certain types of health issues?
Well, that is a difficult problem because specifically celiac disease, which is growing,
Yes.
unfortunately.
Yes.
You know, obviously we use wheat all the time in the bakery. If you're a celiac, unfortunately, because of the very low tolerance for wheat, even if we were to, you know, clean everything to the nth degree, we couldn't say that it was gluten-free because it's still prepared in a facility that has gluten in it. The only way that would happen is if we could open a separate facility that was gluten-free. We are looking into offering more sugar-free items. As these things become available to bakers and that meet our quality of standards, then we'll be offering them to our customers. But do look for more healthy choices from us.
Sure.
It's not just indulgence. We will have healthier, whole grain, organic things coming down the line, and that's sort of what I was alluding to earlier.
Sure,
That's
sure.
coming.
Well, I'm glad that we
Thanks.
mentioned that because I think people need to be aware of that.
Yeah.
Well, Beth, it's been really nice having you with
Yeah,
us
thank
on
you
the
so
show.
much for
I'm glad
inviting.
you brought these cupcakes for us all. Well, you know you can get a hold of Beth or anybody else here on the Chamber website or our phone number.